David, thank you so much for taking some time with me today. Tell me a little bit about your role here at TT.
My role in TT is a Chief Technical Architect for one of our major health customers.
Perfect. And you've been leading a program of work for this client for the past 12 months or so. Let us know a little bit about that.
Over the last 12 months, it's been varied in terms of, I guess, what we have been doing for them to transform their digital journey, really, in terms of moving their email platform into the cloud. But in recent months, it's preparing them really for what is to come in the next 12 months, which is their EPR journey and getting their environment, getting their infrastructure and a suitable state to transform their organisation.
And this client is deploying Epic, which, as we all know, is the world's leading EPR product. When we were responding to the requirements and we seen a big list of resources that were required, how did we select the right products and vendors to come in underneath us and our offer?
I guess if you look back on, our own experience with Epic, within Telefónica Tech, and the experience we have with all our healthcare customers, it's really, grasping our experiences with them, but also understanding what the client needs, their flexibility in terms of, how they're going to roll this out, their understanding of EPR at this stage, which a lot of customers are at the beginning of the journey. And I guess it's building them a model and flexibility within that model that allows them to, go along the journey, expand on the journey and, increase capacity as that journey gets more mature and their digital maturity improves.
And that's often a challenge for clients who are coming to market. They need a partner. They know they need resources, but they cannot be explicit at that point of engagement, and they need flexibility. And in this instance, for this client, we selected HP GreenLake because we knew the customer needed, they wanted a private platform that could be secured and underwritten to a series of service levels. But they knew they needed the ability to flex up and down because of the unknown quantities they were going into in their program. How did we engage in size and design that?
I guess, you're right in terms of needing, this private cloud. I guess a lot of the healthcare customers aren't really as mature in the digital journey towards the cloud. But I guess with HP GreenLake gives you that benefit of it's got the flexibility of a cloud solution, but IT and the actual hospitals themselves and the healthcare customers maintain control of that environment. So it's based very much in the same capacity model. You only pay for what you need. You have the flexibility of expanding that over a period of time. And again, there's no upfront capital required, no upfront cost. So you're getting the best of both worlds in terms of, having your own data centers, your own management, whether that's regulatory or with the benefits of cloud, which is, the consumption-based model that I guess a lot of people are moving towards to get that real benefit of being able to flex up and down as they see fit.
I think it would be fair to say what we found, having worked inside these health accounts for a number of years, a lot of them publish a cloud-first strategy. But the reality is, and certainly I think what our experience would be, a lot of the legacy applications that are still critical, that are still providing and underpinning clinical services, they're not cloud native, nor are they cloud ready. And that oftentimes dictates the strategy. So would you say that was the case with the client that we're working with?
I'd say it's still the case, the client that we're working with, but I guess they're on, the mature journey, the EPR journey of understanding what they need to transform. I guess up until now that client is not challenged the technical debt that has existed and are going towards that end goal. And now this is their time, to rethink how they do everything from the ground up.
I totally agree. I think we've seen it time and time again. Customer embarks on an EPR journey. That means all the legacy environments have to be understood in an entirely different way, often have to be transformed to be ready to integrate, interface, or even sunset prior to your deployment. And the life cycle management thereafter is entirely different because you have digitized the patient record. So the luxury of pausing or suspending updates or upgrades, You no longer have that. You've just moved into a completely new world where you are entirely dependent on this key line of business application. And for customers, that's a change to the way of thinking and working often.
Yeah, and I guess the healthcare customer that I'm mainly dealing with has already got that in their vision. They've chosen products like GreenLake. They know that there's a life cycle of that system and the continuation of that system, way past our contract with them, in the 10 years, where they're going to look to continuously refresh, not the old, capital investment of equipment once every 5 years. They would like that continuously spread over the period of time that they need it for, or expand or contract it as they see fit, depending on what the needs are in any given year, which in healthcare we all know is changing.
Yeah, very variable. I think these programs are an amazing catalyst. They get a lot of momentum behind change, and it's incumbent on us as partners to support that. One final question. What would you recommend a CTO does today if they're about to start embarking on an EPR journey or a digital transformation? What piece of advice would you give to them?
I guess the piece of advice is choose your partners wisely. And I guess choose from experience, where the partner that you're choosing has been in this industry, has previous rollout experience or digital maturity experience in this industry, because choosing the right partner here is key to drive forward both not just the customers and their end journeys, but the digital health that needs to exist in a hospital. The increase can't be done solely by the hospital themselves. And I guess having somebody with that level of maturity and that experience from previous rollouts is underestimated the amount of experience that can be passed to those clients, in terms of what they've seen in the past, technically, which hopefully leads in then to, better workflows and better outcomes at their end.
Yeah, and I think you're right. For the trust themselves and for directors of digital or CTOs, only once in a career or once in an organisation lifetime will you launch your single source, single view health record. You only ever do that once. We've done it many times.
Yep.
And we've been there and seen the challenges that emerge, the unexpected interfaces and integrations that need to happen because of the complexity of these environments. So why wouldn't you want someone who's had those experiences and overcame those hurdles and challenges by your side? I definitely agree.
And although I guess every customer is different, every client is different, a lot of the same issues occur, a lot of the same problems are there, a lot of the same technical debt. And I guess it's bringing that confidence to them and bringing that reassurance to them, because sometimes that's needed.
Yeah.
That we're here on the journey with you. We're here to work alongside you as a partner to drive forward what your journey needs to be, if you know what I mean. And I guess be there every step of the way with them, whether that's being a confidant or guiding them down the right path of where they need to get to. When all the technical debt potentially is still around you and you're having to maneuver around it.
Yeah, as we're embarking on a new engagement, we very much try to provide that assurance that we have seen such a wide variety of these challenges and problems. There's no judgment and there's no surprises for us, and we're all about solutions. We're all about getting to the heart of those issues, finding out how sticky those challenges and technical debt are, and finding a way to move it forward to keep everything on track.
Yeah, we live in that environment day to day, which is somehow doesn't seem as much of a problem to us because we're that used to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all about driving it forward and solving the problem.
Yeah, agreed. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem, man.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to the conversation that I had with my colleagues today. If that resonated, and if you want to have that conversation with these people around your specific circumstances, please get in touch.